What's going on, YouTube? Uberman here. I want to share a story from somebody on one of my Facebook forums. Since it's still an ongoing case, I can't give out too much personal information, but I want to assure you that this is definitely real. I've seen proof, I've seen the evidence. This is involving Lyft and how they handle you being involved in an auto accident while driving for them. Some of you might be surprised. Some of you may not even know that the deductible is this high. But I asked for a brief rundown of everything that happened, step by step, and this is what I got. I'm gonna read it to you, okay? So bear with me. I was hit by another vehicle while on an active Lyft ride. I immediately contacted the Lyft emergency line, gave them an account of the events, and they suspended my account immediately to review damage to my car. Immediately following, I contacted 911 and my insurance. I have rideshare insurance, Metromile. They said because I was on an active trip, it did not apply. Lyft would not give me the James River insurance information at the time of the accident. They said that they did not have the policy number and they could not tell me where to find it. They forced me to give the other party my personal insurance, which was not primary. The other driver tried to flee the scene 3 times. My passengers kept them there while I was on the phone. The other driver gave me an expired policy from 2011. Lyft did not help me file a claim or pursue the other side. In fact, it took them a week to call and tell me my claim number and that I am not covered because I was not at fault. They also said they would only get my car fixed if I paid a $2,500 deductible. How on earth, considering they just cut off my money? Uber is only $1,000. All the auto body shops were blown away by that high deductible. They dealt with Uber folks all the time. Uber was only $1,000 and perhaps zero if you are not at fault. In fact, one body shop said an Uber guy had an accident on Saturday. Uber called the shop on Monday to verify info and ask where to send the payment. Metromile, although not responsible, tried to help me on the back end get the claim number from James River and Lyft. They told me that James River should be filing the claim for me with the other party. I had to get an attorney. Lyft never helped me and never sent me my timesheets for that day. I feel cheated on my earnings. That date is still missing from my pay history. Now, I will tell you that this is again, I've already seen all the evidence. I've seen the damage to the car. I've seen everything, okay? This is not just somebody talking out of their behind. A very, very secure source of information here, okay? This is legitimate. So this is what happens when you have an accident driving with Lyft. You think Uber's hard to deal with? From this person's experience, no. And a $2,500 deductible? Wow. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm kind of glad I don't drive for Lyft now. In fact, just up until a few days ago, I was still trying to get on with Lyft. I was actually talking to partner support, on their Twitter account. I had a mentor in my local city that was emailing them from their end. I was emailing from my end. And finally, I was tweeting them. And that's the only thing that got anywhere. And basically, it got me nowhere because the Twitter end of Lyft said to go through partner support through email, which I've already done 3 weeks ago and never heard back from them. And then they said, well, I don't know what to say. Basically, it's one big circle. And as I was mentioning this, talking to somebody about this, that's where I got the full story regarding Lyft and the car insurance and how this works and how they drop the ball on you. And I was just like, so this seems to be a thing. I mean, yeah, Lyft may be more fun to drive for, but at the end of the day, if this is how they're going to treat you when you have a problem, no thank you. No, I'll stick with Uber. Anyway, I wanted to share that story. So for those of you that don't know, the deductible is $2,500. So you better be sure you've got an extra $2,500 in the bank should you ever have an accident with Lyft. As always, like, comment, subscribe. Be safe out there. And Uber on.